of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer, a D&D play podcast set in the homebrewed world of Jekyll. We've got 2 DMs for some reason, which can only mean twice the fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at
Theatre of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer, the podcast that is fat, filthy, chodesque, and makes you grin like a good boy. I'm Jacob Machin. That's Caleb Dowdall.
Grinning as always.
Grinning is winning.
Grinning is winning.
Yeah.
On our chodesque pod.
Okay.
Don't look at me like I'm the weirdo. I'm referencing your intro.
I love turning it around on you and making you seem like you're the one that is weird after I say filthy, silly shit. How you doing, Caleb?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Went to a strip club last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was fun. Bit seedy.
Ew, which one? Is it the one with like all the funny words outside that they always like change? They do something like
I was
events?
mentioning it earlier. Orange.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Down on Powell Street? Powell Street?
Did you see any chodes?
No chodes.
No shows on the strip. You're listening to the dulcet tones of Luke Sykes.
Chode.
We have with us Michael Briganti.
I can't follow that.
Okay. We have Daelyn Lester-Serafini.
I can, sure.
We have Danielle Butlin.
Hi.
And we have, once again, Hercules Mays.
I regret coming back now.
I will keep introducing you that way until we actually get you in an episode. Yeah.
We're doing good so far, guys.
Has everyone been to a strip club? Has everyone experienced a strip club?
Can say I've never been.
Nope.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We went to the same strip club.
Same strip club, yeah. Saw the same stripper,
Saw the
apparently.
same. Yeah. Shout out to the stripper who does the amazing push-ups.
On the ring with the
We're all very
shower pouring.
impressed.
Oh, thanks, guys.
All of us.
Glad you enjoyed it.
The Instagram account's going to get a DM from for being like, I'm a fan of the show.
Yeah, we've been to the same one. Naked girls and one dude, one old man in a suit with like a bowler hat who genuinely looked like he was sweating and going to have a heart attack. You remember that guy?
No.
Okay, he was wandering
stripper or as a...
No, as a patron. And it's like everyone knew him, but he was just like and I was like, this guy's going
Right.
to die.
Got the heart rate going up.
Yeah. Have you got a tasty trivia tidbit? A morsel?
Oh, yeah. Welcome to this episode of Trivia Treats.
This is tasty.
What is the difference between a dragon and a wyvern?
Oh, that's an easy one.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know.
That's
I think
easy.
I can answer it. Does the wyvern have 2 legs and the dragon has 4?
Or the other way around?
Yeah, so the wyvern only has 2 legs.
Right.
And
That was the other way around.
it's like hands or claws, I guess, are attached to its wings, more like a bat. As for the dragon, has 4 legs and then wings on its.
Does that mean a wyvern is a mammal?
Are the dragons in Game of Thrones wyverns?
So if
Yes.
you watch House of the Dragon, the what's his face, Matt Smith's character, his dragon, that red dragon, that's a wyvern because it only has back legs and then it moves with its wings.
Oh.
I always thought they were
Wyvern.
wyverns.
I don't know why. Sorry.
I thought it was wyverns.
I think it's only literally only a word that I've ever like read in a
Okay.
book.
It's not a trivia treat if pronunciation or semantics aren't questioned, so that's okay. But that was this week's episode of Trivia Treats.
This is tasty.
We are going to play an improv game. It's very similar to the last one, but instead of a word, you are going to get a thing you have to do or portray or be.
Oh.
Not a character,
or
but a thing you have to be.
Did
or
you say
portray.
betray or portray?
Betray.
Betray.
Portray.
Oh, portray.
Yes.
Okay.
Why would you betray?
Portray?
I was like, how am I going to do this in a game? Am I going to betray somebody?
Portray.
Are we really fucking doing this? Wyvern, portray, potato.
Hey, the Giza guys are...
One of those is wrong. Well, a geezer is an old guy.
Yeah.
Such a geezer.
It's spraying on me like
know.
a geezer, and we were all like,
Thank you.
The whole time I was just like, don't say Giza, don't say Giza.
And you said geezer. So you guys are going to read these slips of paper. You need to portray this. This needs to happen while you're doing a scene. I don't know which ones. Jake doesn't know which ones.
Oh, yeah, I didn't tell you.
Yeah, that's okay. It's going to be fun.
Do we need to hide them or do we like make them obvious?
It's up to you. I mean, this is a group game. Like, I wouldn't, you know.
I feel like you got to do it and then we all have to guess what it is.
Yeah, like do it to the
Right.
best of your ability. And, you know, just try and see if you can guess it. So it's just a fun game. There's no winning or losing here. There's no crying in baseball. So, Caleb, can I get an occupation?
Hockey player.
Hockey player. And can I get a location?
I mean, it'd be very boring to say an ice rink, so I'm going to say a classical concert.
A game in here.
Hockey player, classical concert, begin.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Is that the enforcer on the other team?
Oh yeah. He looks big. He looks.
Really? You think he
Good.
looks big?
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
Anthony, your other teammate. Jeez,
Oh,
Tony, it's
sorry,
been 5 minutes. I know the concussion is bad, but like it can't be that bad. Is
Have you
it?
seen the size of that guy?
Why is he carrying a stick?
Because he's playing his violin. He's playing it fucking fantastic as well. Oh, listen to that. Oh,
How does he play his violin with a hockey stick?
Shh. Guys, you mind just scooching over? I gotta get past.
Excuse me. Could you all please just keep your voices down? We're at a concert.
Oh, are we being loud? I'm so sorry.
I just need to
We're
move
just-
past. Just scooch past real quick.
Yes, you're
That's my
quite loud.
Oh, we just. Oh, we're
Tony, Anthony,
sorry.
shut the fuck up.
Oh my god. Should we move? Should we go out of here? I'm kind of.
Guys, can we move, please?
Hey, John, have you been working out?
But-
You're,
But this is like
your
this
butt's
is
looking a
Okay,
little-
you're still talking?
little
So
fuller side.
if you could all be quiet, please.
Sorry, I just my stomach's growling. I'm
You
just.
can't control them when they get like this. I promise you. It's just.
But like it's fun if you don't get to talk.
I just need like.
Why the fuck is there a hockey player on stage?
Because he's playing the fucking violin.
But I don't get the concept of the show.
Well, if you shut up and listen, it'd be great. I don't know why I changed my accent. I'm Italian. I'm now Italiano.
John, I'm really hungry. Does anyone have any
Okay,
food?
I really
Otherwise, I'm
don't
gonna-
want to do
I'm
this,
gonna-
but I'm going to get the usher to come over, okay?
I just
I
really
don't
just
know.
need to just like scooch past just for like 5 minutes. I'll come back during the intermission. I swear. I just need.
All right, go.
Okay, thank
Oh
you.
my God.
Thank you.
Excuse
He
usher,
smells
usher,
good,
can you-
John. He smells good. He smells really good.
He
I don't
does.
know,
He does smell pretty
I'm
good.
getting.
But just tell you what.
My stomach's hurting.
Really,
I
that smells good to you? Can you describe what the like scent is?
don't know. It's just I haven't eaten in a bit, and it's just I'm getting kind of. Yeah, I'm getting kind of. I don't know. Everything smells good and looks. You know, a little bit of drool.
Does anyone smell fish? I smell fish.
Oh God! I know if I can hold it.
Why does the person who's sleeping behind me smell like fish?
Does he taste like fish? I'm gonna. Oh, he does taste like fish.
Really? Okay, that's it. I am going and getting the usher. I'm going. Excuse me.
I'm gonna
Excuse me.
try a little.
Excuse me.
Tony, what the fuck did you bring to this fucking concert? I swear to God, if you brought fucking popcorn again, I'm gonna fucking blow my fucking mind.
No, I didn't bring anything to eat. That's why I don't know.
So Tony, you said you wanted to talk about team tactics. Really?
The hockey player.
Yes.
The hockey player?
The hockey player, the big one. It's team. This is why they are called the classical team on ice.
Oh.
Because they play classical music in their spare time, and then they play hockey for a professional fucking sport.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I keep you around for your looks, not for your smarts. That's why.
Hey, how much meat you think that hockey player's got in his glutes? You know, they got big legs, right? You think I could, you know, if you were on an island, if you were on a desert island, who would you
All right, crisis averted. I just need to scooch back in there.
Sorry, excuse me. You're all talking rather loudly, and if you don't
Oh, I
stop
didn't think we were talking very loud.
disturbing the other guests, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Yes.
Should we
All
just
right,
go?
Tony.
Should we just
Tony,
go?
take him out.
Take him out.
Take him out.
You want us to?
No. I
Take
think
him
you
out.
misunderstood me. You're being taken out.
Nobody takes me out. That's why I'm still alive. You see, I'm still here because I have not been taken out to this day.
Really,
Do
you
it right
want?
here in front of the hockey player?
Well,
It's a whole fucking team of hockey players. I told you. Jeez. Good thing you have a good slap shot. Otherwise, I'd kick you off the team.
Shing, 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 shing. All right, you want me to take her out? I'll take her. She's nope. Not too, not too much meat on her bones, but I guess I can.
Okay. And that's where we'll leave it.
All right, let's go.
so you wanted to eat people.
Nobody likes butts.
I was hungry enough that everyone looks tasty.
Okay.
Any other guesses?
You got diarrhea.
I needed to shit.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
You hated us?
No. Any other guesses?
You were a normal patron of this.
I had to end each sentence with an odd noise.
Oh my god.
What were you, Daelyn? You were...
Team building. Something a team building? No.
No, I just had to be constantly surprised at everyone's opinion.
You were. Oh, he looks tasty.
Oh, God. And Luke?
Violent tendencies.
Italian?
Competitive.
Put those two together.
The mob.
Yeah.
Old-timey gangster.
Old-timey gangster.
Very nice.
I even brought in the sleeping with the fishes.
Nice. There we go.
And that's how you play that game. That fucking chaos. Jeez, I hope that didn't just shut down. No. Excellent. Well, speaking of what?
Excuse me, I
Old-
gotta go poop.
Speaking of poop, let's do this piece of shit podcast.
Hey.
Leader of the Mind Flip.
In our last session, you guys discussed the merits of adopting a second identity. You also speculated that maybe the gods that rule over Jekyll were not actually a pantheon, but maybe one individual god. Azorith, you confided in Safirith that you might actually want children someday, seeing all these kids.
Confided or interrogated?
I thought I came off as pretty confiding.
Yeah. You guys made sure the kids had a nice meal, and you made your way back to Kron. After much deliberation, you decided that despite the dangers of the mist, you were actually going to bring the children back to Baal for different reasons. One being that you guys wanted, well, Bias in particular, wanted that hero's welcome to gain more worshippers. You guys managed to get your hands on a cart that you reckon you could fit some of the smaller children in and pull along the road. As you loaded them up, you took a roll call, did a head count on all the children, and left the village of Kron back into the mist. But as soon as you did, Azorith stopped, and he stated,
Before we go on, fuck, I can't. We can't bring the children back to Baal.
Why?
I don't think Baal is safe.
Why?
You guys are standing on the edge of this mist. Kids in the carriage, kids on the ground, and everyone's just kind of stopped. And Galahara and Bucky are just kind of there waiting.
I'll look to Galahara and just be like, Galahara, can you just take the children back just outside of the mist? Just for now. Just for now.
Children, back this way.
What do you mean just for...
Cart kind of... Do we ever figure out how the cart's getting dragged? It's fine. Galahara and Bucky, both, pretty buff and strong, push the cart back out of the mist. And you guys are hanging right in the edge of the mist, right where you possibly can't be quite seen by anyone else. There's an odd sense of, like you're standing in an Assassin's Creed loading video. You're essentially...
in the Animus, like?
Yeah.
Your sense of timing's fucking staggering.
If you know something, you better fucking
You should have said something before we got everybody in the cart and...
Is it too late to do poos now?
Who will walk in? I taught ya.
Look, I've been trying to figure out a time or a place for this, and we had to save the children at least. But now that it's getting to it, I think what you've done with this Pierrup was his name.
Yes.
Has had a little bit more immediate consequences than you probably anticipate.
And you know.
How do you...
I do know.
When?
Well,
when
we met.
What do you mean?
Fucking...
No, let me rephrase that. I didn't know to the extent of it, but now having known what has happened with the Celestial and all that, and I think that there
Celestial?
There are bigger players involved in this, and I don't know
He was
your friend.
God, wasn't he?
What? This whole thing? Pierrup. I have no fucking idea who this Pierrup was.
Well, then why do you know that this...
You haven't told us anything.
I'm getting to that, but I'm going off of the information I've discovered from you. That's all I'm doing at this point.
All right, so... Well, we did the whole thing with the Pierrup after the children went missing. So
it has nothing to do with the children. I'll get to that, Vice. If you just allow me to speak,
okay,
you'll know everything. You were traveling with a fourth, remember? How well do you know him?
About as well as I know you.
Yes.
You kind of have the same name as him.
Bias, you mentioned, I don't know if I personally know this person, but Bias, you had mentioned that it was this individual who released the Celestial?
Well, I mean, I helped. I didn't see how keeping someone trapped like that was fair. And taking their blood, it's not...
Okay, fair, but
If you were there, you would have done the same.
Yes.
Perhaps, yes. I'm not saying what you did was wrong. I'm not. But what I'm saying is I worry that someone was involved in purposefully removing Pierre-Roup so that Bokt would be vulnerable.
Bucky squares.
Oh, that's just a worry. I mean, we've discussed that worry.
It's
What
not a
new?
worry.
You're not
All
telling
right.
us anything new.
Yeah, and why would the children be safer here than in Vale?
I hope it's not. I don't know if it is. I have not much information, but I will share with you the information I do have. Someone who knows you, who you've been working with, knew of this event, and shortly after, I show up. I received a message from a contact saying that I had to move you away from Vale using these children. And they worded it as you were on the lookout for saving children gone missing, and I have heard of the children gone missing. And they told me to help you with this, to help you with receiving the children, and I fear that it's Sabir. I'm from Sabir, from here on a mission for the last 2 years.
Oh.
I look at Safirith. I see what's she doing.
Safirith's just backing up, and like you can just see that she is like seething, like angrier than you've seen her.
Yeah, Bucky squares up to his full, almost 9-foot height and steps towards you. What have you done?
I haven't done anything.
Who?
Let me explain. And hopefully, with the information that you have of whoever you've been hanging around before we've met, we can get to the bottom of the motions at play. Who is involved in this and what exactly is happening?
You just said that you're working.
I have no idea who this person is.
Wait. I'm confused. Sorry. You got a random message from somebody.
Let
saying,
me
"We need to
explain.
get-"
If you stop asking questions, I can explain it all.
Well, you keep
you're just
pausing
making us-
like
I know,
you
because
want
it's
us
very
to ask
difficult to say. It's
questions,
very
so-
difficult. In Severe, I come from 12 Point. Are you aware of 12 Point?
Yes.
No.
We're not meant to talk. Shh.
It's all I had, all I knew, and it was just the circumstances of working for my father. And Queen Banrian is very influential over 12 Point, specifically with the mages there. Now, it's no secret that Queen Banrian and everyone else in this world has had their eye on Bokt for quite some time. And I'm sure there are plenty of other people here on this island like me waiting for an opportunity. This opportunity.
For what?
The defense has been down.
But the mist is still there.
For the past 2 years, I have had no contact. It was a need-to-know basis, and all I needed to know that I needed to get out of Sibir. I've been looking for so long for an opportunity to leave that wretched place, and this was my one opportunity.
What wretched place? What's 12
Sibir, the whole place, the whole continent, everyone there.
What is 12
12 Point is a city of magically inclined individuals that Queen Banrian uses the more powerful ones to execute her will.
It's her private stock.
And you're part of that?
I didn't know I was. I was a kid when it happened.
So you have no ties to them anymore?
Not for the past 2 years. I was only told I was trying to bide out my time until I could find a way to fully escape them. And I was right there when I got the message on this. And he pulls out a sending stone that you would recognize. This was the message. And it just described you all and said, bring them to the children who are missing.
Who's on the other end?
I don't know. I would know his voice only. That's why how much of a need-to-know basis it was. There's pieces at play here that are way beyond me and way beyond anything I care to associate with myself with.
Well, sounds like being here would be the dangerous situation then, being with the children, right? Where the children are. No?
I think it's Bale that
the
they're
children
after.
have anything to do with it. I think the children are a distraction.
I want to know whether you know if something's coming.
I don't
Absolutely.
for certain, but all I know is that someone wanted you out of Bale. And I just was selfishly trying to bide my time until I could disappear from them forever.
If Bale is where all the defences are and all the Balemen are, surely wanting us out of Bale makes us more vulnerable.
I don't think it's to attack you. It's because you're a problem to whoever this is. You're
a danger to them.
To who?
You have capabilities. You've proven yourself. You've freed a fucking god from a tree, right?
He was a fuck. Sorry, I shouldn't talk.
Well, who knows? I mean, who knows about all
Why
that?
I asked about your friend that you've been traveling with is he all of a sudden disappears. As I show up, I would have recognized him right away by voice alone. I'm not sure if it's him. I don't know. I don't know how well you know him, but there's someone else who you have interacted with in your party or at some point.
Put a hand up.
You'd recognize them by voice.
Well, all I heard was you know how these stones
We're
work.
beyond hands now, Bias. Go for it.
I mean, I've got a list of questions.
Huh?
Let's start off with the simple one. Could you send him a message now and we could hear his voice?
You can if you want.
Great.
But
that soon?
I hope to use this to...
To what?
To send a message about us.
The reason why you guys were chosen to get out of Bale is the reason why I think you're the ones to protect it.
Bale.
Yeah, so what? Okay, you're speaking in circles now. Why would you not send the message?
Because I was trying to get the fuck out of here. I was just playing by their rules until I could disappear from them. My sole motivation is to get as far away from them as possible. But now it's bringing us together.
Anyway, I'm getting off track. I got questions. Okay, 1, who sent the message?
I don't know.
Great. 2, who sent you on this mission?
The order came from Queen Bannerine herself, but it was my father who...
What was the order?
It was...
That was my next question.
To come to Bokt, to wait, watch...
And report on...
And wait. I wasn't sent to be reporting. It was wait. That's why I had the message, and they said, do not, under no circumstances, are you to use this message to communicate to anyone. They will communicate to you. And months passed, a year passed, time just seemed to pass, and I slowly forgot about home, and then this happened.
Okay. What is on Bokt that everyone fucking wants?
I don't know.
Do you know, Bucket?
Steelwood. There's precious fish in the Ava Falls that are said to have magical properties. The Lahians are known for their keen kind of hunting ability. There's mines. There's a whole bunch of shit here.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Every land kind of has that.
But it's...
Does it?
No.
The steel wood is also like stronger than steel, and it's easily harvestable in the woods. So it's like a really well-known resource of Bokt.
Also, unless I'm mistaken, Neodract is in the middle of a civil war. You can't get shit from there. And Severe, unless I'm mistaken, but humans, excuse my language, rape the land for its resources. I'd be surprised if there's anything left on Severe.
It's completely ravaged, and most of the mines are close to empty. They still push people to
the only reason they haven't
death trying to get anything.
Yeah, the only reason they haven't pushed down like Guivni and further is because those lands are terrifying to everyone. Untrodden land.
Maybe it's as simple as a power-seeking person to just expand their influence over those free of her will. If I were a betting man, I'd bet on that one.
Okay, one of my last questions. Well, Etterath isn't my favorite person. He's not malicious. He was doing it out of hatred of slavery, which we can all kind of get on board with. He didn't do it out of desire to free the land of a celestial. Would I know what a celestial is?
You would through your studies, yeah.
Sweet.
Fucking sweet, bro.
Yeah,
sweet.
Why do you think Etterath was?
My only conclusion to that is your missing friend is that he was with you when you took away the defenses of Bokt, and then he disappeared, and now I showed up. I'm not saying it's him. I don't know it's him, but Bias, in my line of work, in this, they're meant to infiltrate. They're meant to put on these facades, these double names. I don't know. I don't know Etterath. I don't know if he has any connection to this at all. I hope not. I hope you're right. I hope your feelings about him are right.
I don't think Etterath would... I mean, it doesn't make sense with his kind of
other people
story.
Know.
Is there anyone else who knows?
Yes.
Is my question.
The mayor,
Chief
Mistress of
Humduk.
Yarwin, Chief Humduk, everyone in the Lihius.
Pretty much everyone. And then that Vasily.
Vasily.
Yeah.
Facilitated everything.
And they disappeared too, didn't they? They disappeared.
Yeah.
They ran away when we were trying to get them.
We weren't trying. Well, we were trying to mostly just free the creature.
Me and Etterath were.
I have a question for you later.
Yeah.
Not right now. Remind me.
No, okay, I'll try. There's one solution. You call that person, and if it's Etterath's voice, then we know we've been had.
Bingo.
What's that?
You use the stone, and if it's Etterath's voice, we know we've been had.
Exactly. My fear is, if these motions are in play, I'm going to put some caution in here. This could be a key to finding this person and ending anything before it gets out of hand, before he knows. Because I'm not meant to use this. If it gets used, they know something is wrong.
Oh.
And they will know that either you have found this on me or I have.
I don't understand. Who gave it to you?
It was given to me by my father back home when he said, "There's a very important mission for you." I don't have a good relationship with him, if you're wondering.
You said your name was Rosewell, right?
Yes.
Is that real?
Yes.
So
I haven't lied to you
family.
since.
Prominent wizards.
Oh, there was that.
I wish I could be proud of that, but I'm not.
I don't know. I don't know if I believe that you really... Like, how am I supposed to believe you that you haven't been tricking us this entire time, that you're not creating this entire facade, that you're not really working for them?
You could insight check on everything I said.
It's true, but I'm not going to fucking do that. I want you to look at me and I want you to tell me. Because if you grew up there your whole life, you never questioned it, and you grew up in a cozy, comfy...
Did these kids question leadership when it told them what was right or wrong?
No, I'm not saying that you should have questioned it. It's hard enough being a kid and trying to figure out what things are, but you were sent here on a mission. How do I know you don't have some loyalty still cooked into you?
I throw Safirith the stone. If you want to message him, you can. I would caution holding off on that, and I have not lied to you at all.
Well, the other option, before we risk things with that stone, is that we head to Baal. I think we should do that anyway, with or without the children, and see if we can find Etterath. And then if you meet him and you recognize his voice, well, problem solved. But that said, I hate to admit that maybe you took the right course of action by us about this, but have we considered Nim? He was rather keen to have us find the children, and then he was there again when we got back.
Wait, wasn't Nim in the village with us?
No, Nim was back at Baal. He just somehow managed to find his way, which...
Don't always need a bailman, apparently.
That strikes me as...
That is odd. 2 questions that came up. One is, if you wanted to get away so much, why don't you just drop the stone and walk away?
Because they would be able to find me in an instant. That's why I was waiting, biding my time. I did a favor for someone, an old enchanter of some sort, and he was going to make me some jewelry that would basically shield me from any magical views, scrying eyes. Because if I went AWOL, they would know, they would find me, and I would hope that they would have killed me, but they wouldn't. They would bring me back.
Didn't do a good enough job running away then, did you?
So you have like someone tracking you at all times?
Not at all times, only if there's reason to wonder otherwise, and until now, I've been playing by their rules.
I think you might still be playing by the rules, to be honest. So, Safirith, I'll leave it up to you.
Before you make any decision, I fear that it's bigger than just these queens and kings' bias. I think your god is somehow involved with Queen Banrian.
I like a bucky.
And I fear that whatever the intent of this god, combined with the capabilities of this queen and her influence and her reach and her power, doesn't bode well for our world.
I want an inside check.
Go for it. Michael, give me whichever roll you would roll. Persuasion, deception. Add the modifier. Give me the number. Do you want to wait, please, Danny? I want to hear the set first. And you can, if you wish to nominate which you're doing, that's fine, but yeah.
16 and it's persuasion.
Okay.
That is 21.
Okay. With the 21, you look at Azorith, this human in a strange land.
Half elf,
sorry.
Danielle.
You look human to me. Or you white folk. That's for you, Herc. You look at this half elf.
Mm-hmm.
This half elf is terrified, guilty, scared, very, very angry, and seems to 100% be telling the truth and being honest with you.
Well, I'm usually pretty good at reading people, and I think you're telling us the truth.
Look, this relationship does not have to go on past what I hope we can achieve together, which is protecting this island, and then we can go our separate ways. You will never see me again. And I'm going to say something that I know you probably won't believe, but I'm just asking you to trust me for this. If you want to send me out in the mist afterwards or take my head off entirely.
Well,
Doesn't mean I trust you. But I think you're right. I think there's something bigger happening here. And like it or not, you're a piece of it. And right now I'm going to choose to trust that we can use that piece to our advantage. But I don't think that we should run from danger. I think if Bale is where the danger is going to happen, then I want to be there to fight against it.
I chose this island. Along the way, I chose it as home.
Wait. They didn't even send you here. They just said fucking leave.
No, I mean, like, when I got here, I liked it so much.
You're very literal, Bias. You're very literal. I think, yeah. I thought that too. I was like, you said you were sent here and then you chose it. I think humans. Oh no, you're half elf. Sorry, you look the same to me. I think half elves are prone to flourishes and vocal flourishes and linguistic trickery.
Thought it wasn't glad. Let's be pretty hard headed. We just go straight for it.
We just go straight for it. Yeah, we're just straight up, bro. No doubt. Lance Pickett.
But going back to your god, Bias.
I look at Bucky again.
I know it. How would you come to this conclusion? Whatever. The face I saw, combined with Carsony's magic that he used, I've seen it before. Are you all aware of the tomb?
As we all look to the DMs.
So you would be definitely aware of Little, yeah.
Safirith. The rest of you, not so much. In the same way that people aren't quite aware of what the Howling Ring is.
Yeah. No.
I believe that's Spanish for the toe.
I'm not sure, but maybe.
Okay.
Well, you'd be aware, Safirith, that it was one of the many victims of Queen Banrian's reign. The town was nearly completely annihilated when their Baron spoke out and rose up against her, and she executed her wrath upon them. And she used the Mages of 12 Point to develop this spell that would eventually destroy the town itself. And it was a similar essence to that which Carsony was using, this magic that Carsony was using, and mine and Azorith would kind of like just flare up some shadowy magic. My magic wasn't always like this. After the tomb.
As he does that, I kind of pull my hammer into both hands as he does magic.
I put the magic away.
You think they're feeding off of
I don't know, but
Aurum?
something attached itself to my magic wasn't always like this. It was this is all relatively new. And what happened the other day at the temple, today, fuck, I was supposed to turn us invisible and then backfired. All that started happening after fucking the tomb, and I couldn't see straight. That's why I've been fleeing, because of what I've done, with what I was a part of. I couldn't live with the guilt of it. I was, I had a sadness. I was lost, and I was living day to day with people who had just committed this atrocity as if they were just another day at work. And I saw the first opportunity to flee, and I took it, and it's bringing us here. I don't know. I'm not religious. I don't know if there's other powers that be that bring people and things together for the greater good. I don't know. I don't know any of that stuff, but...
Okay, so that's a lot, but right now, we need to figure out what we're doing with these children, because they're sitting in a carriage and they're going to start rioting any moment. So what do we do? Are we going to leave them here and go to Bale, or are we going to take them with us to Bale?
Whether we take them or not, they're going to get brought back unless we get back to Bale and it's gone. The
There's no Bale.
I'm going to let them stay here, so they're going to get back anyway. And honestly, if it's that bad, it's probably better in the capital city versus around here in this tiny little town that's already been taken over by one person.
Well, that's a good point, Bias. There's no protection for them here. That's a fact. We know that.
I just feel that we're bringing them into a war zone. The mists. They were not.
Well, they'll be slaughtered if the war zone comes here. We know that.
Did the voice say anything about how long you wanted these people away, or what was going to happen or anything? I mean, my big worry is if you bring all the Balemen to the one place.
And then they try to...
That's why I think Baal is a target, why you needed to be rid of it, why they needed to get rid of you all.
Would that mean Mistress of Yarwin's in on it? If she's...
She was the one who called back all the bailmen.
But I met...
You would anyway, right?
Have I met any of... Which out of all the people that they say no...
You've met a Yarwin, not her voice. That's about it.
But surely the person who's doing the voice isn't the same person who's here, right? No? Maybe. I don't... It could be a network.
There was I have to assume that there are multiple people on this island that are working for Queen Banner in teams, all with very specific missions. And it's not just a coincidence that mine started. I have to assume that everyone else has now been activated and been put into motion.
On your end, from your father, no other timelines, nothing else?
They say until the job's done.
Well, now that your job's done, where do your allegiances lay?
I think that's what the I chose this island was about. Maybe.
You can choose to believe me or not believe me on that, Bucky, but Safirith, you know what it's like back there.
I know. And I also know a lot of people who are very good at pretending.
I'm very good at pretending, and I'm not. I've been pretending. This is the most honest I've been with anyone or myself since I could remember.
I thought I got away from it. I thought I had gotten away. I thought it was gone. I thought...
Galahara, speak up. What's going on? Are we heading out? We leaving? What's the plan? The kids are getting restless. I definitely had time to do pools. Good night.
My hope is that they haven't started anything in Baal yet. And if we can get there with this knowledge, knowing that there's someone more important involved in this who is moving all these pieces, we can end it before word gets out or before anyone else can come to this island. But it won't be long.
No, we already knew that. We knew that one way or another they would come. They're going to come. It's going to happen. But we have to get back to Baal. Because...
Back to Baal.
Back to Baal.
Oh, that's the episode title.
That's the name of the episode.
That's where everyone is. That's where all the Bailmen are. That's where Mistress Arwen is. That's where these children's families are.
Okay. Idea. We leave the children here with Galahara, and when I have my sending back, instead of sending word ahead or whatever the plan was, it's been a long day. I message when we get to Baal, right? If it's still standing and things are okay, I message and say, okay, we'll send some carriages and they can get the children. And if it's raised, then we'd send them that message instead, possibly.
Kron is the furthest away from Baal. If they're going to be safe anywhere, it would be Kron.
But whoever it was knows that this is where we came because they were trying to get us to come here, right?
Yeah.
So
we should definitely let's go back to Baal, us, and then when we get there.
But do we take the children? I think we should all. Do we take the children?
Are we voting?
Well, otherwise we're going to stand here arguing all day, so...
Yeah, okay.
I don't think so. That's what all that was about, really.
It's one against.
I'm going to say bring him because it's the opposite of what he wants to do.
That's confusing, but that's one for bring. I see no, besides your fanfare, rightly earned fanfare, besides that not happening, I don't see any detriment to leaving them here and getting them again later. I'm sorry, bias. I tend to agree with the Azorith.
Fuck's
and Azorith.
Sake, Azorith. Why didn't you say this when we had what's his face? We could have just fucking killed him. We could leave him here.
You talk about Carsony?
Yeah. Now I might just walk out of the fucking fog and take it all over again as soon as we walk away.
No, wait. Those priests look pretty capable. Galahara.
Yeah.
I mean, Galahara could protect them.
Galahara should stay here if
that's the vote. We still got votes on the board. 2-4.
Take my vote off. I don't care anymore. Let's just go somewhere.
I think we should leave them here. Carsony wasn't hurting the children.
No, he was keeping them alive long enough so we could come out here. And now we're being distracted again.
Fine, let's leave them and get back.
But we send word for them to come to Baal if everything's okay.
Don't fucking smile like that. Take it all back. I don't trust you. That's real.
Okay.
All a lie.
With
all right.
4 votes, 1 abstaining, the kids are going to remain behind. Galahara steps up
Bucky looks at him and he says, I've got no place ordering you, but something's going on and you need to stay behind.
I thought the bailmen were asked to return back.
They are, but the kids need to stay. The kids need to be safe.
And Galahar kind of looks at you all and says, safe travels and send word as soon as you can.
I will. We will.
Do I remember the name of the person who stabbed him?
I think her name was it Elle or Ellie?
It was Allie. It was definitely Allie. Yeah,
Ellie?
it was Allie. Yeah.
As we're saying goodbyes, I just whisper to him and say, if you see a girl called Ellie, she's the one that stabbed you. You know, if you...
Retributive strike. Right. Got it. Yeah.
You know, stab for a stab.
Stab first, ask questions later. Absolutely. Thank you for the heads up. With that, you guys step off into the fog, I'm assuming. Bucky in the lead. Okay.
Yep.
At what pace would you guys like to move? Knowing what you know, how would you like to
Quickly.
move through? Okay.
I'm going to fly.
Excellent. Give me a whiz save. As you head on through, Bucky's kind of marching through. Bucky walks kind of with you, Azorith, for a second. And he says,
You hurt these people, I'll fucking kill you.
All right.
All right.
It's a 9.
a 9, yeah. The panic and the stress and the knowledge of what could be happening, what could have happened, where the kids are, everything just gets to you and you start to... And you can't quite take off, unfortunately. And Agenar kind of has to kind of trot along footsteps. Bucky is moving at an alarmingly fast pace. He doesn't seem to be running, but his enormous strides are heading forward at a very fast pace. Yeah, he got them thick legs. He got thick thighs. Michael's character from earlier would just be like... Excellent. As he's heading on, I'd like to know, if anything, what you guys are doing to aid in this travel here. What sort of checks, what sort of things would you be doing as you rush through the mist over the roads? There is a moment where Bucky kind of literally just grabs Azorith and pushes him off the road, and the rest of you follow off. Like, Bucky's strong-arming you ever so slightly, Azorith.
Yeah,
pushes you off the road, and as he jumps off the road, he puts a hand out and protects you all. As the roads shift and shake, and he steps back out into the road and thinks for a second, he goes back the way you came, what you perceive to be back the way you came, heading further and further into the misty roads. What would everyone like to be doing on this travel?
I'm going to be like alternating. Like, I'm going to set up light and refresh that. Wherever, and for any checks that anyone looks like they're going to do, I'm going to give them guidance.
Beautiful. Anyone else? As you rush.
I'm gonna just keep an eye out for like any like mist things or like any of these visions. And I guess I would sort of like, I'd probably be bringing up the rear just to be a little bit of a distance away from them.
If you try to bring up the rear, Bucky's going to grab you and put you back up.
Wherever Bucky puts me, then
You stay where I can see.
Sure.
Bias. You got my back?
I'll be with Safirith.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll be behind you, Bucket.
Thank you.
I'll be at the end because my speed is 25.
Okay, so kind of keeping you guys back a little bit, but you're kind of letting...
Agenar, do you want... I can carry you if you need. I know I picked you up the first time we met, so I don't want to assume.
But will that slow you down?
No, I think I should be okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's all right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I'll carry Agenar.
So
hopefully I can fly later.
So the three of you are marching together. You, Bias, Safirith. Bucky has Azorith forward ever so slightly, just out of earshot, still within vision. Can you go ahead and make a perception check for me? Add a D4 because Agenar is helping, and Bucky is going to make a survival check. Jesus, 15, not bad. Not bad, not
Can I
good.
make a nature check to see if there's anything unusual about? Is it too silent? Is there trees growing weird?
Absolutely. Go ahead and make a nature check. Add a D4 as
16 perception.
16 perception. Excellent.
That's a nat one.
Okay.
I'm rolling like hot garbage.
Bias, you are too kind of keyed in with Agenar and Safirith, considering Azorith and what he had to offer, and the fact that you really know him as about as long as you know Etterath, and indeed about as long as you know each other. As you march forward, but you unfortunately don't perceive anything strange about the atmosphere around here. Azorith will come to you in a moment. The three of you, I hand it over to you guys as you are all but running through the mist here. You feel the darkness start to creep in.
Do you think we can keep going without...
I think we should stop to rest. I won't be able to help anyone if we don't. I used everything I have when we were fighting Carsony, so...
That's fair. We can We can stop.
Before we do, otherwise, just so they can't hear us. What do you want done with him?
What do I want done with him? I don't know. Agenar, I trust your reading on him. There's half of me that is also that scared little kid that ran away. That knows how awful it is there. And just wanting to get away from everything. And there's the other half of me that's screaming that he is going to turn around and slit our throats.
What can you tell us about the 12-point city?
I don't know a lot about it. I mean, it's like a bigger, it's like if the academy was a city. She sends all of her strongest mages there. They all live there.
So what's your belief on him not knowing where he was the whole time?
If he's telling the truth, I think he comes from a pretty fucking powerful family. And I think he probably grew up rich. I don't know, but...
the worst.
Well, there's a big difference between the rich and the poor. And if you're wealthy and you're in a good family, life seems pretty fucking great. I mean, she makes it great. The queen makes it like that so that she has this control over people. I only knew what it was like because my mom refused to let us grow up like that. So she removed us from that. So I saw what it was really like.
Was she rich or poor?
She was rich. She was from a very powerful family. Not of mages, but just in severe.
And she moved you here?
No, she just moved us away from my grandfather. She left, gave it up, tried to go live in the city, tried to hide from him. She didn't care that we were poor, she just wanted us away from him.
What are the odds, then, that you were actually let free versus escaped? If you're from such a powerful name, why would they not try and track you down, keep an eye on you, when apparently this one can't even drop a stone and disappear?
Because he's dead.
Who's dead?
My grandfather. There's one person that might be looking for me, and maybe she did let me go, but I'd say she probably has bigger things to deal with right now.
As in it's Queen Banlarian?
No. No. The queen doesn't, well, let's just say I'm not an important player.
All right, you don't have to tell us the name, but if you see her, fucking point her out, okay?
If you see something, say something.
Give us a fucking heads up.
She's a shapeshifter.
Oh, that fucking makes it tough, doesn't it? Great. Okay.
Right.
Which is why when Azorith said that for a second, I thought maybe she had followed me here.
Bucky calls from out ahead. It's getting dark. Are we moving on? Are we bedding down?
Let's bed down, Bucket. We're all tired.
Right. One moment. He kind of leaves Azorith in the middle there. And Azorith, you turn around, you see the three of them standing there, kind of just looking at you. Not too far away, but they're just appraising you.
Just kind of snaps there really awkwardly, like...
Bucky comes trotting in. All right, off to the side here. I found a place. It'll keep us off the road, but not too far.
Thank you, Bucky.
Okay, no problem. Quickly. You move down into like a marshy, flattened area. The moss is soft. And as you guys bed down for the evening, Azorith, you have the feeling that you are being observed. Like a sense that someone's watching you, watching over you, looking at you. You look around. Bucky is kind of keeping an eye on you. There's something more. And as you kind of bed down to sleep with your perception traveling on, you look up towards the road and you do see what appears to be a large silver jackal of some sort built of mist that is clawing along, sniffing the road.
Am I close to anyone?
You look over and Bucky looks at you, puts a finger to his lips. The mist monster kind of trots away. Bucky kind of gets up, looks around, moves over to you and says, "That's what I'll feed you to if you hurt these people."
I'm not going to fight you, Bucky.
You're not going to fight me?
No.
No, be dumb.
And I'm a smart man.
Call me Buck enough for now.
All right, Buckingham.
Thank you.
I've been demoted.
Bucky sits back down, and Bucky is not going to sleep. He's going to sit and watch Azorith for the night. You can all mark off a long rest from your thing there. You wake up in the morning. Bucky's already up and ready to go at the road. He's looking back and forth, and he says, I think we're good to go. The road shouldn't shift for a little while by my count. If you're up and ready, hopefully we can eat as we move. I have a bad feeling. I want to get back there now.
Yeah.
We can send a message now. Check in how things are going.
Yes.
Yeah, do it. On the fly if we can. Sorry, no pun intended.
No,
Agenar.
None taken.
Mr. Rosewall, shall we?
You want message?
No, I want you to be where I can see you. Out in front, please.
Right.
Thank you.
Hang on. Just give me a sec to prepare my spells.
And you guys...
You're still not sleeping, right?
What? No, I didn't sleep.
You set off into the night, into the day, into the early morning, again, at a very brisk pace. There are moments where you swear you see things galloping alongside you in the mist beside, and Bucky kind of stops and kind of gestures for you guys to just get down and low on the other side of the ditch there. And these mist creatures, one of them looks to be enormous, winged, like a large, ghastly sprite, almost like a Dementor, that kind of flies through, pulls you back up and says, let's move, as you head through for today. What is everyone doing today as you haul us towards Bale? Messages, anything like that?
I will be doing a message.
Okay.
I want to spend some time with the ruby bauble.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You pull out the ruby bauble and you take a look at it. What are you doing with it as you kind of run along?
Just on whispering any kinds of words of power that I have that I know that kind of activated abilities with my god, things that I would have heard other magic users say, like concentrate, staring at it real hard, see if I can see anything inside of it, maybe lick it.
Okay, you look at it, concentrate looking in it. You can go ahead and make whatever check you wish to look into it, Arcana, Perception, anything like that.
I'm not going to speak into it, but I'm going to be holding...
God damn. 3.
Looking into this stone,
well, I'm adding my religion, so 7.
Okay, so a 10. Looking into this thing, you can tell that there is something arcane about it. On the inside, you can see what appears to be like almost red and yellow, almost like spikes inside there that seem to be like trapped in like dice, like a nice gel dice with stuff inside. But that's all you discern from this, unfortunately.
Cool.
I'm not going to speak into it, but because Azorith threw me the stone, I'm just going to be holding it and like.
Yeah, seems like a regular sending stone, but the implications of it are way heavy on you.
I have an idea. I thought of it last night. Kill 2 birds with one stone, as they say. Why don't I message Etterath? If he answers and you recognize the voice, you recognize the voice.
But you're sending a message, you're not sending a stone. How are we going to hear the voice?
It's sending. He should be able to contact back. That's usually how that spell works.
I thought it was a brain
But it's in
thing.
your mind, right?
Yeah. Sending stone is a stone that speaks. It's like a message spell that goes in your brain.
It's a very good suggestion. You could also... It's a risk. It's a risk of exposing us, but you could ask him if you truly believe that you trust Etterath. You could ask him if he knows my name, and if he, whatever his response is, if he doesn't respond at all, he probably does.
That's a good point. I don't trust any of the other power figures in the city. I couldn't think of anybody else to call who would be safe.
We're getting there.
And at least we know that whether Bale is still...
As you guys are running, this is happening.
As Bale is still standing or not.
This is sending directly to him.
Directly to him,
Okay,
and
so
I'll
Azorith
mention
will not hear.
your name.
Okay, go for it.
Hi, Etterath. It's Agenar.
We're falling into
With
Bailey territory.
Safirith, Bucky, Bias, and new friend Azorith. Rosewall. We have rescued the children and coming to Bale. All well there?
Cool. That message sends off as you guys are kind of running forward, feeling incredibly tired and incredibly like worn down. You're essentially running a marathon a day to get there. Bucky seems nonplussed by this, but those of you that haven't run for a long, long time, it's starting to get you a little bit. that message goes through, and you hear back.
Hey, who the fuck is Azorith? Never mind. Yeah, shit's fine here. You guys saved children? What the fuck? I guess I'll see you.
That comes back to you.
And can I insight on like a received message?
Yeah, you can do it at disadvantage because you're just doing it with voice, no body language, no anything like that. Yeah.
It's 19.
19.
21.
Okay. You can't tell, but it seems to be regular Azorith shit. Like you didn't.
Etterath?
Jesus Christ. Regular Etterath shit.
Oh no!
I'm just gonna.
It begins. It's the Imogen Lordner problem. Typical Etterath shit, as far as you can tell. And as you march on quicker and quicker and quicker, night falls once again throughout this day. Bucky looks at you all and says, "Are we pushing through more or sleeping again?"
How close are we?
We're probably there by morning if we continue. If not, maybe midday tomorrow.
I can push through.
Yeah, we can keep going.
Can you send any more messages, or is it just the one?
Just the well, actually, no, I can send 2 more today.
Then send one to Headmistress.
Okay. I thought we were ending the episode, so I was trying to. Okay. Yes. What do we want to tell her? Do we trust her? Or
Say we have a
Same
good
thing?
lead on the children, and hopefully we'll be back soon. Let us know if anything has changed with any of the whatevers.
Okay. This is happening as you are running now at a full sprint. Can I get Constitution saving throws from all of you, please?
9.
Okay.
14.
10 total.
Okay.
15.
Bias and Safirith, you guys are struggling at the moment to keep up, keep breathing, keep running. Take a point of exhaustion each, please, as you push through the last of this journey on into the mists. Who are you messaging?
Mistress Eowyn.
Go for it.
Hello, Mistress Eowyn. It's Agenar. We rescued the children and are heading back to Bale. Is everything okay there? Has anything changed with anything?
Okay. You hear back. Lovely to hear from you, Agenar. Everything's fine here. Pierre has been getting on well with the sacks, and bailmen have been returning, pouring in. Fantastic. No problems at all. Look forward to seeing you.
I relay all of that. Okay. So sounds like it's okay.
I just have a bad feeling. I think it might be better if we get there sooner and see how things are.
You push through the mists, and as you push throughout the night, you find the daylight coming through. And as you push through the mists, the trees moving through you, the mist becomes thicker and thicker. And as you move through these tree branches, they start to part, and Bucky's out in front of you. He's kind of walking hastily, and he kind of looks up in the air, kind of looks back at you lot, frowns a little bit, and he says,
I don't know why there's mist. We should be here. I don't know why there's white. I don't know what's going on. We should be in Bale.
And you sniff the air, and it smells like smoke. And you hear footsteps running at you. And you look up and you see 2 black-clad individuals. One of them with a great big sword, the other with a bow and arrow. They come running up. You hear them shout, "They're back! They're back!" As they run toward you, they come sprinting up.
Check yourself, motherfucker. One more.
And Etterath comes bursting out. How do you take these 2 guys down?
I think the one in the back with the bow, Etterath will cut his bowstring with the sword. And then just sort of like hit him in his head with like the back of his sword to knock him out. And then he'll run up to the guy with the big sword and go,
Oh, you're compensating for something with that sword?
and he'll slash at his hand so that he drops the sword, trip him, and then stabs.
Coughs, blood hits his face and coughs all over it. You look up, you see Etterath standing there, heels and all. You hear yelling, you hear burning, and that is where we're going to leave it for this session.
Leader of the Mind Flip.
Theater of the Mind Flayer.
We go live on all good podcast app every Tuesday at what time?
I don't know. Do you know?
No.
Every time?
All the times, 2 a.m., 7 p.m. If you like what you heard,
Leave us a review on whatever podcast app you're listening to.
and if you didn't like it, then
Then turn it off and never listen to it again.
no, they could turn it on and listen to it again and find something better about it, and they actually like it.
That works.
Reach out to us on Twitter at mindflayer_pod and
Instagram at Theater of the Mind Flayer.